31 years old, six-figure salary, corner office, perfect apartment, Instagram-worthy life. Lisa had crossed every finish line she'd set for herself since college. She should have felt victorious. Instead, she felt nothing. Every morning, she woke up with the same hollow sensation. The achievement that was supposed to complete her had left her emptier than when she started. What Lisa didn't know was that she'd been running toward a finish line that kept moving. And she wasn't the only one stuck in this race. Lisa's life was a collection of conquered goals. Graduate summa cum laude, check. Land dream job, check. Hit six figures by 30, check. But each victory brought only temporary relief before the emptiness returned. So she set new goals, bigger apartment, higher salary, more recognition. The pattern was exhausting, but she couldn't stop. Because stopping meant facing the terrifying question, if achievements don't fulfill me, what will? It happened during her promotion celebration. Lisa stood in a restaurant surrounded by colleagues congratulating her, and she felt absolutely nothing. Worse than nothing, she felt dread, because she knew this promotion wouldn't satisfy her either. She'd celebrate for a week, maybe two, then the emptiness would return and she'd need the next thing. That night, alone in her perfect apartment, Lisa broke down. She'd been chasing satisfaction for a decade and was further from it than ever. Desperate for answers, Lisa found herself at a park near her office. There she met James, a man in his 60s who came to this bench every day. They started talking. When Lisa mentioned her struggle, James smiled with recognition. I ran marathons for 20 years, qualified for Boston, broke personal records, collected medals. Then one day I realized I was still running towards something I'd never reach. The finish line kept moving, so I stopped racing and started walking. James asked Lisa a simple question: what happens after you achieve your next goal? Lisa started her rehearsed answer about fulfillment and completion. James interrupted gently. No, what actually happens? You've achieved enough goals to know. Lisa fell silent. The truth was uncomfortable. Brief excitement, then emptiness, then a new goal to fill the void. James nodded. You're not chasing goals. You're running from the present moment. Every finish line is just another way to avoid being here, now, as you are. James offered Lisa something radical. 1 month with 0 new goals. No targets, no achievements to chase. Just exist as you are, where you are, with what you have. Lisa's panic was immediate. What would she do? Who would she be without goals defining her? James smiled. That's exactly what you need to discover. Your worth isn't at the next finish line. It's been with you the whole time, but you've been too busy running to notice it. The first week was torture. Lisa caught herself constantly setting goals, workout targets, reading lists, career milestones. Each time, she had to consciously stop. Without goals, she felt directionless, worthless. She realized with shock that she'd outsourced her value to external achievements. When James asked how she felt, Lisa admitted, lost. Anxious, like I'm wasting time. James responded, good. You're finally still enough to feel what's actually there underneath the running. In week 2, something shifted. Without goals demanding her attention, Lisa started noticing things she'd ignored for years. The morning light in her apartment. Conversations with friends she actually listened to instead of planning her next achievement. The simple pleasure of coffee, without checking her phone for validation. These moments didn't feel like achievements. They felt like life. Real, unearned, present life. And strangely, they satisfied in ways her accomplishments never had. Lisa met James again, confused. I thought achievement would make me happy, but now I'm finding more peace in ordinary moments than in my biggest wins. What's happening? James shared his own story. For 20 years, I believed the next race would be the one that finally proved my worth. But worth doesn't come from proof. It comes from presence. You've been trying to earn something you already have. The finish line is an illusion that keeps you from enjoying the journey, but old patterns die hard. By week 3, Lisa felt the pull to set new goals. Her mind created justifications. Goals give structure. Ambition is good. Growth requires targets. She almost quit the challenge. Then James asked her a devastating question. Are you afraid of being without goals, or afraid of discovering you don't need them to be enough? The question cracked something open. Lisa realized she'd been using achievement to avoid self-acceptance, running toward the future to escape the present. Week 4 brought unexpected clarity. Lisa still worked hard, but the desperation was gone. She pursued projects because they interested her, not because completing them would finally make her worthy. The difference was subtle but profound. She was living from fullness, not chasing it. And paradoxically, she enjoyed her work more than ever. Not because it was a path to somewhere else, but because it was meaningful right now. On their last meeting, James told Lisa something that changed everything. The invisible finish line isn't your enemy. It's a teacher. It showed you that external achievement can never fill internal emptiness, not because achievement is bad, but because fulfillment isn't found, it's practiced. Every moment you choose presence over pursuit, you practice it. Lisa understood now. She didn't need to stop achieving. She needed to stop believing achievements would complete her. 3 months after the challenge, Lisa's life looked similar from outside. Same job, same apartment, same goals even. But internally, everything had changed. She pursued goals as creative expression, not validation seeking. She celebrated achievements without needing them to prove her worth. And most importantly, she stopped running from the present. The finish line was still there, but she no longer believed crossing it would save her, because she'd discovered she didn't need saving. There is no finish line, not because you'll never achieve enough, but because achievement was never the answer to the question you're really asking. The question isn't how do I finally feel complete, it's how do I live fully in this moment exactly as I am. Every finish line you cross will reveal another one behind it, not as punishment, but as invitation. An invitation to stop running and start living. To find fulfillment not at the destination but in the journey itself. Lisa learned this in a month without goals, but the truth is, you already know it. You've crossed enough finish lines to know they don't satisfy. The question is, will you keep running or will you finally arrive in your own life? If this story made you realize you've been chasing a finish line that keeps moving, hit that like button. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is stop running. Drop a comment. What achievement are you chasing that you hope will finally make you feel complete? Your honest answer might free someone else from the same race. And if you want more stories that reveal the patterns keeping you stuck on the achievement treadmill, subscribe. We share truths about success that no one tells you until you've exhausted yourself chasing it. Because sometimes the answer isn't achieving more. It's accepting that you're already enough. See you in the next story.